Right now at 10, a Monroe County deputy resigns from his position after being placed on administrative leave. And a release plan is approved by a judge for a man who killed his father. His family is concerned about their safety. Plus, the debate over a dog park. A Boy Scout wants to use up an empty spot in the town of Campbell, but neighbors aren't totally on board.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. A Monroe County detective is resigning his position after his canine died this month. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, 6-year-old canine Colt died May 15th after a heat-related incident. Colt's handler, Alex Moss, resigned today after previously being placed on administrative leave. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office and Juneau County District Attorney's Office are still investigating the canine's death. A Jackson County man committed for killing his father is being released to Juneau County. Judge Mark Goodman adopted a plan to release 29-year-old Lars Helgeson. News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to Helgeson's family members who say they're disappointed with the decision.
Very sad.
The Helgeson family says they want to move forward with their lives.
I mean, I don't think he should be released. I think he should be in prison for the rest of his life.
Doing that is difficult.
I guess they all kind of decided that it was better for him to go there, which if it's a life sentence, that's fine, but it just doesn't seem right, I guess.
In 2013, 29-year-old Lars Helgeson was charged with fatally shooting his father and then burning and burying the body in an ATV track. In 2017, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity and committed to the Mendota Mental Health Institute. Last year, a doctor examined Helgeson and told the judge Helgeson is not a danger to himself or others.
He's been under his medication for, I'd say, 14 months, something like that now.
The 29-year-old petitioned the court and was granted release. On Tuesday morning, the court reviewed and adopted a confidential release plan. Helgeson's older brother Bjorn says he has concerns.
Where do we go from here, I guess? That's the supervision part is what's worried me. As the years go on, is the supervision going to be less and less? Or is the restrictions going to be less and less? That's a lot of unknown things, I guess.
In a statement, Jackson County DA Emily Heineck says she objected to Helgeson's release. Judge Mark Goodman signed an order for placement that states Helgeson would not pose, quote, a significant risk of bodily harm to himself or others if conditionally released in the community. So while the Helgeson family wants to move on,
it's never the end.
Bjorn says this is something that will follow them forever.
It's always going to be kind of looking over your shoulder. Unfortunately, that's how my father died, was snuck up on. So it's just, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder, I think.
Reporting in Jackson County, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
A no-contact order was placed, meaning Helgeson cannot contact several family members without their consent. Helgeson was not in court today. He appeared instead via Zoom.
Well, good evening to you. Another warm day across the region with hazy sunshine. We managed 83, the official high now out at the La Crosse Airport. Same with you folks in Eau Claire. 82 in Winona, 83 in Black River Falls, and 84 in Boscobella. Quiet evening underway. Again, look in that western sky. You'll see the crescent moon. This time Venus is below it rather than above it like it was last night, but still a beautiful sight in the western sky. Otherwise, some clouds north of Eau Claire. Those will gradually filter southward overnight tonight in advance of a cold front, and it's that cold front to the north that's causing some rain showers up there. Unfortunately, if you're wanting some rainfall, most of this will fall apart before reaching us. We'll just see some scattered clouds and cooler temperatures the next 2 days. Still 68 in La Crosse, 62 in Eau Claire, some 50s in Black River Falls, Sparta, and over towards Volkfield. Still 70 in Preston and Decorah. Clear to partly cloudy overnight. Lows in the 50s for most, including 57 in La Crosse. Schoolcast for tomorrow as you send the little ones out. Not bad. 59 in the morning at 7 a.m., 66 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs around 70 with a partly to mostly cloudy sky. So definitely cooler than the past couple of days, but 70 degrees, not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
I'll have the rest of that 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Bill. Thanks very much. Well, Minnesota's legislature adjourned last night before the midnight deadline with a full budget ready for the governor's signature. Democrats had control of the House, Senate, and governor's office for the first time in 10 years and passed bills that protect abortion rights, give free breakfast and lunch to all kids in schools, strengthen gun regulations, and legalize cannabis. Republicans say the budget has too much government overreach and criticize tax and fee increases. Shared revenue talks in Wisconsin are ongoing, but if a deal isn't reached, Milwaukee could run out of money. Republican leaders who control the Senate and Assembly are disagreeing on a key part of the plan, a decision on who determines whether the Milwaukee City and County can raise the local sales tax to pay for pensions and emergency services. If no state aid goes to Milwaukee, the city could go bankrupt in 2025 when federal pandemic money runs out. A dog park is coming to the town of Campbell thanks to one area Boy Scout. But getting there wasn't a simple process. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio to explain what's next for the old baseball field.
Ken, Campbelltown board members voted 3-2 to put a dog park in one of its neighborhoods. This news was exciting for the scout who spent over a year hard at work. But for some of the park's neighbors, it's not so exciting. A project born out of a love for his dog.
It'd be nice if there's an area where the dogs can just run around freely.
Dominic Krelling's idea became his Eagle Scout project.
Planning it's got have been all the way almost a year and 4 or 5 months ago.
A dog park at Central Place and 2nd Avenue in the town of Campbell.
I think I've raised a little over $8,000.
The park's neighbors love their dogs too.
It's not about me, it is about our dogs. It is about our child. It is about those things.
But those neighbors, some who live right in the park's backyard, aren't interested in seeing that change.
It affects my dogs, it affects my neighbors and their dogs, and you know, the sanity and anxiety of the dogs, but also the humans.
Out of Town of Campbell meeting Tuesday night, neighbors shared concerns about what adding that park would mean for their dogs and their neighborhood.
Dog parks are sun up to sundown, and folks are out there 365 days a year.
Ultimately,
there's a lot of options to mitigate a lot of the concerns that have been brought forward tonight.
The park passed.
Ayes have it. Motion carries.
I'm feeling really defeated about the decision.
Still, neighbor Whitney Foucher says she wants to work together, and Dominic's work is far from over.
I'm just going to focus on working with the neighbors as much as I can, and that's going to be my main thing now, is going to be working with them to hopefully make the nuisance on them as little as possible.
Coming together for all walks of life. Well, Dominic told me that now he has just a few months to get the park up and running before he leaves for college. Ken?
Quite a timeline. Thanks very much, Emily. Meanwhile, construction on La Crosse Street now complete. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation says it's finished the final stretch of pavement work between 22nd Street and Losey Boulevard. The roughly 2-month project finished ahead of its early June deadline, meaning La Crosse Street will be ready to go receive the thousands of visitors and competitors for state track next month. WisDOT is also asking for community feedback on a major improvement project for Highway 16. Plans are in the works to redo the road between La Crosse Street and South Kinney Cooley Road. WisDOT says the existing pavement is deteriorating and the La Crosse River bridges, curb ramps, and guardrails are not meeting current standards. The agency is taking public comment from now until June 30th on their website. Right now, the goal is to start work on the portion south of Highway 157 in summer of 2025 and then the portion north for summer 2027. Navigating a healthcare system can be nerve-wracking for some people, especially some teens and young adults.
In many situations, our healthcare system, especially for women or for non-binary folks, it's very complicated to navigate.
Tonight, Feminism Untapped hosted a presentation by Patch, Providers and Teens Communicating for Health. The La Crosse County-based group helps teens have open conversations with healthcare professionals.
There's a lot of things that teens may not feel comfortable talking about in front of their parent or guardian, but still need to be discussed with their doctor. And it also allows them to have more independence and start to gain that responsibility before they can become adults.
Presenters talked about how teens can advocate for their own health when seeing a doctor and what rights they have when they're in a doctor's office. A federal warning about social media's effects on teens' mental health was released by the U.S. Surgeon General today. Some experts are calling it a full-blown crisis as students show increases in both anxiety and depression.
Selling your car yourself can take weeks. Selling to an online reseller takes days. Selling your car to Dahl Auto takes 30 minutes. Bring your title and keys and leave with a check. Dahl Auto, simple.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Suncast storage sheds are perfect for storing outdoor tools and equipment. Save big on this Suncast vertical outdoor storage unit. Just $179.99 after rebate. From outdoor storage to backyard get-togethers, Shelter Logic has you covered. This 3-in-1 shelter converts from a canopy to a fully enclosed storage shelter or expanded event tent in just minutes. Right now, only $269.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The results are in for the 10th annual Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Thank you to everyone who participated and congratulations to all the winners. Here's one of the many businesses that won this year.
100 years ago, we invented the overhead garage door. Today, we are still hard at work leading the industry and servicing our community. So the next time your garage door needs service, call the genuine, the original overhead door company of the Seven Rivers region.
The service departments at the Dahl Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Dahl Auto, simple.
Today, the U.S. Surgeon General issued the first ever public health advisory on the negative effects that social media can have on young people. As Roxana Saberi explains, the warning is a call to action to protect the mental health of America's teens.
Social media, it's entertaining, and some teens can't get enough. But America's top doctor is sounding the alarm.
There is not sufficient evidence for us to conclude that social media is in fact sufficiently safe for our kids.
Up to 95% of 13 to 17-year-olds report using a social media platform, with more than a third saying they use social media almost constantly. The advisory cited a study that found adolescents who spent more than 3 hours per day on social media face double the risk of poor mental health outcomes, including depression and anxiety.
How urgent is it?
We have seen an increase in depression and anxiety and suicide and loneliness among young people. There's a full-blown crisis that's taking place in our country right now.
Emma Lemke says she got addicted to social media at age 12.
Social media companies have made young people feel helpless for years.
Now 20, Lemke started the Log Off movement to help teens develop a healthy relationship with social media.
I think that young people need to become more mindful of addictive features that are being employed to keep them on. I always suggest doing a 5-minute scroll and going through one's feed and stopping at each image and just asking, how does this make me feel?
Today's advisory also cites a study showing that limiting social media use for older teens to just 30 minutes a day reduced depression. The advisory also suggests parents restrict the use of devices at bedtime and encourage kids to make friends in person. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, New York.
The Suicide and Crisis Lifeline was celebrated when it was launched last July, but now a year later, a survey finds only about 13% of adults know about it. 7 in 10 said they might use it once they were told about it. But about 40% worried that calling might result in law enforcement action, being sent to a hospital or charged for services they can't afford. New HIV infections are trending down in the U.S. That's according to the CDC. A report shows there were about 32,000 new HIV infections in 2021, a 12% drop from 2017. Among gay and bisexual men aged 13 to 24, annual infections were down 34% during those years. Still ahead, a streaming service is cracking down on a trend that's been tied to the service from day one, and difficulty making ends meet. New national numbers say households are struggling to handle rising utility costs.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. 14 of the days this month have been above average for that high temperature, including today. In fact, the last 3 days we've managed 80+ degrees. It will be cooler tomorrow and Thursday, though. I'll have the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
He's going to speak now.
The good news, US Cellular gives you $1,200 off any phone with no trade-in needed.
Wow.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one. Oh, it's just a scratch.
It's broken.
Oh. Oh.
It's busted.
We're good. Oh no.
Get $1,200 off any phone with no trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
If you're behind on an energy bill, you are not alone. According to the National Energy Assistant Directors Association, nearly 20 million households were behind on payments as of March. They owe a total of $19.5 billion, about $4 billion higher than a year ago. The high cost of cooling homes during the summer is expected to make the problem worse. Meantime, Netflix is starting to crack down on users who share passwords despite not living together. In a letter to subscribers today, the streaming service offers two alternatives. They can transfer a profile to a new member and pay for that person, or add an extra member for about $8 a month. Now, Netflix says it allowed password sharing in the past to fuel growth, and that led to some 100 million households doing so. And while Netflix is revamping account sharing, HBO Max is revamping its name. Like LeBron and Beyonce, HBO hopes to be on a single name basis by just going by Max. The content is mostly the same, but it includes programming from Discovery-owned networks thanks to that Discovery and Warner Media merger. If you've got HBO Max, the only thing you have to do is remove your current app and download the new one. You don't have to do anything with your account information. It links up. But Discovery Plus users will have to upgrade if they want Max. One guy who is certainly on first name only basis here at WKVT TV is Bill Grahl. So let's head over to Bill for the latest.
Yeah, that was two names. You said Bill and Grahl.
Well, so, you know, but mostly you're on first name basis.
Okay.
Hey, Bill, what's the weather like?
Or Jimmy Jetstream, but that's 3 words.
Okay.
Well, no, 2 words. Jetstream's 1 word. All right, now I'm all confused, so let's just get to something I know a little bit more about, and that's, first of all, your allergy report. Medium symptoms across the board for pine, grass, and tree pollen in general. And pine and grass season just kind of getting started, so if you suffer from those two things, get ready for that, as the tree pollen season has been higher than average. Look at our banner right now is splitting Venus just below it and the crescent moon just above it. So those are gradually setting in the western sky. Another neat scene in the western sky like last night, although Venus last night was above the moon. Tonight, it's below the moon. So things are always changing with the rotation of the Earth and orbit and all that fun astronomical stuff. 83, the high today, so 8 degrees above average. The morning low was spot on. 92 and 31 are the records for today. No rainfall, about 1 1/3 inches below average for the month of May. So it's kind of dry, starting to get dry out there, and by the end of the next 8 days, it's going to be very dry. So we could use some rainfall. 68 degrees with a clear sky, 70 here at the station, and the Mississippi rising a bit from some heavy rain that fell in Minnesota a couple weeks ago, 9.85 feet. The Chippewa is falling, 62 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire with a calm wind. So really a pleasant evening out there. 60s and 70s and our traditional cooler spots in the mid to upper 50s, but most of us still in the 60s, even 70 still in Decorah and in Preston. Winds out of the southeast at about 5 to 10, but going calm in many spots. So we're clear, but notice some clouds bleeding southward in advance of a cold front, which is bringing some scattered showers and isolated thunder well to our north. Unfortunately, if you're wanting rain, as this front continues to sag south, it's going to run into drier, more stable air. So watch what happens to the green on Sky Tracker here. It just kind of fizzles, and we just see some passing clouds. Notice how the winds change direction from the east and northeast, so that's going to cool us down a little bit for tomorrow and Thursday. Now, Sky Tracker is trying to paint a few sprinkles early Thursday morning. I'm not going to fully buy into that yet, keeping us dry for now, just because there's really nothing to support that. So we'll see another run or two before we buy into that, or maybe Sky Tracker just had a little mistake and it's going to take those away. But either way, the main story from this front will just be slightly cooler temperatures the next 2 days. That includes tomorrow, upper 60s to around 70 degrees in the La Crosse area, still low to mid 70s down to the south. So really a pleasant day for you folks, a little chillier compared to where we've been. If the farther north and east you live, low to mid 60s for highs there, including about 63 to 65 degrees in the Chippewa Valley. So for tonight, fairly mild, 57 for the low with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, cooler, mix of sun and clouds, highs around 70. Still cooler than average on Thursday with a high of 71, but back in the mid 70s on Friday, and then upper 70s Saturday, low to mid 80s for Sunday and Memorial Day. And look at the temperatures next Tuesday and Wednesday, upper 80s, might even flirt with 90, and still looking mainly dry until maybe the middle of next week brings finally a chance for a little bit of rain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bill.
Just, I don't know about that.
No,
It's
you're
just
not a first name basis guy? I mean, the graphic says
so.
Bill's forecast, so you're on first name basis.
Well, that works.
All right.
Got a
They
good
love you.
point there.
Bill, thanks very much.
Thanks, Ken.
Coming up next in sports, several local athletes announced where they will continue their athletic careers. You don't want to say my last name every time you see me.
Yeah.
And local softball teams, they're looking to get one win closer to state. Rob is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
Get up to 50% off list prices at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this recliner, free when you purchase the reclining sofa. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $375? Up to 50% off only at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
Your Home Improvement Company's team of experts can help you choose the perfect style and color options for your bathroom remodel. Plus, with our affordable financing options, we can take the stress out of your life and get you the bathroom of your dreams. And all of our installers are trained and certified professionals, so you can trust that your project is done right the first time. Contact Your Home Improvement Company today and let us help you transform your bathroom into a beautiful and functional space. Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Who are you? I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about. Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos. Ooh, spacious. Or a Cambria hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com. Yeah! What did I say?
Here we go.
And action!
Now at Slumberland, $4.99 gets you a lot, like a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, plus a 7-piece bedding bundle free. Yep, get a fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, 2 pillowcases, and a duvet, all for just $4.99. Hurry, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Cut!
Yes.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Love the music. The high school spring sports season is in its final phase with state tournaments right around the corner. Softball regionals continuing today. We'll get to that in a bit, but we'll start with a few athletes taking time out of their busy schedule to make the next chapter of their athletic and academic careers official. 5 Blue Golds making that commitment today in the Reinhardt Athletic Complex at Aquinas High. We'll start with one of the fastest guys in the state. This young man can fly. Blue Gold senior Colin Kenzemius gearing up for the state tournament in a couple of weeks at UWL. That's where he'll spend his college career as Kenzemius signs his letter of intent to join the Eagles track team. Also committing to UWL, one of the best wrestlers in school history, Tate Flegge. The senior is a 3-time state qualifier and the reigning state champ. Flegge will be joining the Eagles wrestling team. How about Calvin Hargrove, the multi-sport athlete, will be staying in lacrosse as well. He'll make Copeland Park his new home as Hargrove commits to the UWL baseball team. Aquinas senior Andrew Sutton, another multi-sport athlete for the Blue Golds. He'll still be a Blue Gold in college as Sutton commits to play soccer for the UW-Eau Claire Blue Golds. And last but not least, 2-time state football champ Henry Suddy will be heading to Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa to join the Duhawks football squad. Congrats to all 5 of these exceptional young men as they prepare for their next chapter. On to softball now. It doesn't get any better than playoff time. The postseason began last Thursday for a few of our squads. Regionals continuing tonight with a couple of our area teams going head-to-head. Let's start in Cashton. Eagles playing host to Onalaska Luther. Bottom of the 5th, home team down 3. Luther's Hannah Matsky fans the batter. Luther holding on to a 4-1 lead. Top of the 6th, Luther looking to pad their lead, but Cashton's Sarah Schroeder picking up the K. Cashton still down by 3, though. Jump to the 7th. A walk is going to bring in a run for Luther. Visitors now up by 4. Later that inning, Peyton Holub is going to collect a hit back up the middle. 2 runs are going to score. Luther goes up 7-1, and that is your final. The Knights will travel to Blair Taylor Thursday. Wildcats, big win. They beat Loyal Greenwood 15-0 in just 3 innings tonight. Down the road in Westby, the 1-seed Norse hosting Westfield. Top of the 1st, Westby's Jada Berg getting a strikeout as the game stays scoreless. Bottom half of the frame, Berg does it all. Look at this. Single in a shallow center. 2 runs are going to come in a score. Norse take a 2-0 lead. Later that inning, Westby's Whitney Hansen grounds it to a fielder's choice. That brings home another one for the Norse. Makes it 3-0. Top of the 2nd, more from Berg. She collects 2 strikeouts in the 2nd. Westby would add 1 more as they go on to win it 4-0. Norse will host Prairie du Chien on Thursday. Let's keep it going. Division I regionals continuing in Holman. Vikings hosting Monona Grove. Top 1, Silver Eagles strike first. Izzy Jar gets the out, but Monona Grove goes up by 2. Eagles still threatening here. This ball is going to be scorched the other way, but a nice grab in right gets Holman out of a jam. Bottom 2 now. Here come the Vikings. Macy Klein serves a base hit in the left field. That gets down. That's going to score 2. Meredith Korish slides in safe. Holman jumps out in front. 3-2. Klein's pumped. I did some journalism investigatively. That is the wiggle. Later in the inning, Marcy Jacobson puts it in play. That scores another one for the Vikings. They took a 4-2 lead at that point. Holman's moving on. They get the win 10-6. Vikings will play Thursday against Madison Memorial. I didn't even need Ken to figure that out. I did some journalism. It's the Wiggle.
Yeah.
It's on a show, I think, called The Wiggles.
Okay,
but,
that makes sense.
I think Macy might have gotten it from Fortnite because it was a Fortnite.
Oh, it was an emote in Fortnite
along
too?
with the floss. That's what I was thinking about.
Right, yeah, we were talking about that after the 6.
We do it all here.
We've learned quite a bit
Dancing,
today.
sports, you name it.
All of it. Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
We got more news right after this.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Moon Tunes returns to Riverside Park in La Crosse starting June 1st. The free concert series is brought to you by the Valley View Rotary. Concerts are held Thursday nights from 5:30 to 8 throughout the summer. June Dairy Days takes place at the Village Park in West Salem, June 2nd through the 4th. Food, fun, fireworks, family entertainment, music and parade, and much more to entertain the whole family.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Luther High School, we are a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each and every student through our Student Services program. We recognize the future needs all students, whether it's a four-year college, trades, or the trade school. Our on-site STEM program will offer welding and advanced woods program and allow stackable credits at technical colleges throughout Wisconsin. Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life. Schedule your visit today. Go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer asthma attacks and breathe better. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over. It is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions may occur and can be serious. Rash or eye allergy can happen. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. No matter who you are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
Diapers in politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orton. Now politician Van Orton is breaking his U.S. term limits pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A La Crosse nonprofit is welcoming stories from local adventurers. Tonight, La Crosse Adventure Films brought outdoor recreation enthusiasts to the Pump House to allow them to share their stories with La Crosse residents. The latest guest was rock and alpine climber Dave Groth, who has climbed everywhere from Scotland to Patagonia. Organizers say giving adventurers a chance to share their experiences has the power to inspire others to get outdoors.
We wanted to highlight people in our area that are, let's say, unsung heroes in outdoor adventure, that are doing cool things in each of their respective fields in outdoor adventure, and to give them a stage to tell their story.
The guest speakers also get to name a local nonprofit to receive donations on the night. Groth chose ORA Trails, who are working right now to clean Grandad's Bluff. Adventure Films' next planned outing is June 27th. We'll be right back.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, farm is in our name, so you know we're animal experts. And when it comes to your pets, we know it pays to have a plan. Whether you have a new addition or a grizzled companion, one that's sporty or even a bit sensitive. Whatever your pet's needs, they deserve advanced nutrition. Purina Pro Plan Nutrition. And right now, Blaine's Rewards members get free same-day delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. I think what makes our show unique is perspective. Many different voices, many different points of view.
If you're going to say don't ask me, we're going to ask you. If you want to.
Wow. We are just a family sitting around the table in the morning. Very dynamic individuals, though.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Lots of 50s tonight. If you need to mow the lawn, green lights across the board. 70 tomorrow, 71 on Thursday. Is that Ken?
I think so.
Cut me some slack. I did that in about 20 seconds. 76 on
man,
Friday.
the Photoshop master. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.